let's go to the Fremantle markets and talk about selecting lots of fruits and vegetables. And maybe I can show you some ways that you can make even 30 and 40-day passages and have a real variety of food. We're here at the Fremantle markets, and I'd like to show you what I've learned about choosing vegetables so they'll last on a passage. Onions are a real mainstay, and selecting onions is important because if you buy a bag full, there's a good chance one or two of them will be slightly off. They can set everything off. Brown onions seem to last the best. They'll actually last 3 or 4 months on a boat if you keep them dry, if you turn them over every once in a while. But when you're selecting them, it sounds funny. You got to make sure you squeeze them longitudinally, latitudinally, if they're nice and firm, 3 months at a time. Purple onions like this, it's hard to find perfect ones. You actually have to check every vegetable. As you can see, this one has a bruise here. Within a week, it'll be gone. It'll set off the other ones. Now, across over here, we have potatoes. Something else that'll keep 3 months at a time. Unwashed potatoes such as these tend to last a bit longer. You have to look all the way around, check every bit of them. Buy a few more than you think you'll need. Try to find ones without crevices. See, this one has a crevice here. That could start rot if any moisture gathered in it. A really excellent addition to cruising vegetables, any squashes. Dry them off really good. We store them in the chain locker. They last probably 3 or 4 months. I've used them up by then, so I can't tell you if they last longer than that. And of course, any root vegetable, any good hard vegetable, sweet potatoes, any yam type vegetable. This is a kumara, which I really like. These will last a long time. I'd rather not buy this one. As you can see, it has a bit of rot's been cut off it. Try for ones that are real clean on the ends. The smoother they are, the longer they seem to keep. Turnips, parsnips, any hard vegetable, inspect it. Leave as much of the leaf on as you can, the whole stalk if possible. Then you can cut bits off if they start to go. That'll keep them for probably a month, even a little longer. If they get soft, you can still use them. They're really handy. So now let's go over and look at some of the softer vegetables. Celery, it's really nice if you can get it with a bit of the stalk left on, then store it in a bucket of water. That'll keep celery looking just like this as long as it's in water for about 2 weeks. Take the pieces off you want. A really magic thing that we've just recently been using are these long life bags. I don't own any share of the company, but I've been trying them out. They're light green. For some reason, they keep soft vegetables really fresh and usable for about 5 times the length they'd go without using them. They can be used on any vegetables, but I've actually put a lettuce like this in the package and had it last for about 2.5 weeks before it started to change at all. Otherwise, if you don't want to use the green bags, go somewhere where they leave some of the stalk on the lettuce, all of the outer leaves, get a good firm head, wrap it in newspaper, and check it every 3 days. Cut about a 1/4 inch of the stem off, and you can have lettuce last about 3 weeks at a time. Right here, let me show you a real staple of offshore cruising, cabbage. If you can buy them like this with all the extra leaves on, they're absolutely great. If you can get a little extra stem, you can cut a stem off and get an extra few days out of it. Cabbage will last for 2 months if you keep it in a nice dark place, check it over, pull off any bad leaves. Between cabbage, onions, and potatoes, you can always feel like you've got some fresh food on board, and you can do an awful lot with them.